Hi Andrew, how you doing?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. You're right.
Yeah, fine, thank you very much. Thanks for
Good.
taking thanks for taking a few minutes out today just to give us an update.
No problems at all. Apologies. We've just literally had a boiler that's gone through and all the tanks slowly leaking. So I was
Oh
like,
no.
so I've called someone and I'm like, get out here, get out here. And that's where the 10 minutes went. Apologies.
Oh, no problem at all. No problem at all.
No,
It,
it's
it
fun and
yeah,
games.
it will confuse anybody that's watching that you're called Tracy on the video, but that's your wife's name, isn't it?
That is most definitely my wife's name. It's nothing to do with me at the weekends or anything like that. It is just my wife's
It's none of our
problem.
business, Andrew. It's none of our business. Um, Thanks again for taking a few minutes out. I was going to ask you where the project was at and just for a bit of a recap, but actually, a bigger recap might be useful for people who are just sort of watching for the first time. So, briefly, what is the adventure you're about to undertake?
Right, so what we're doing is we're trying to break the record for the shortest vessel to cross the Atlantic. So the record's held since September 1993. So it's been a long period of time. It's been held by a guy, Hugo Varlan, who I'm in contact with and speaking to actually yesterday. So he's amazed that the record has gone for so long without being broken. He's 90 odd now, and he's kind of he hasn't said it, but I think I kind of get the impression that he's like, do you know what? I kind of want it to be broken. I kind of
Yeah.
want it to be done. It's about time.
And you're not just breaking it, you're smashing it, aren't you? This is the incredible thing. This is how I got into the story myself. I read Hugo's book and
Yeah,
was amazed that his boat was 5'4", is that right?
yeah,
Long.
yeah.
Now you
162 and a half centimeters,
Okay, now you're not just taking an inch or two off or a few centimeters off. Your boat is how long?
just over a meter.
It's unbelievable. It's
So,
unbelievable.
best of British. If we're
Yep.
going to do it, smash it. Don't mess
Exactly.
about.
Don't mess
S-
about. You want your
No,
record to last as long as Hugo's did, and I utterly respect you for it. And all the team does here. They're all watching me chat to you today.
brilliant.
And it's brilliant. Yeah, we really, really respect the fact you're not just trying to shave a little bit off the
No,
record, but you're absolutely smashing it.
yeah.
Brilliant. So where are you at now? I mean, I came up to see you about a month ago, wasn't it? I think, and we've been lucky we've seen the boat, and I've put some pictures on the blog about that. So what's the state of the boat, and where are
Okay,
you at?
so a fair few things have come on. What we've got is the keel is being finished at the moment. So there's the new keel that's going to be bolted in underneath. So what that's going to do is that's going to increase our stability a little bit. But also what it's going to do is it's going to take the weight a little bit further down. So it makes the whole vessel a lot better for what we were doing. Um, as with everything, you can develop and design things to work fantastically, but in real life, sometimes things just don't work quite as you expected. So we had, obviously, to make the vessel safe, we had a lot of buoyancy in the vessel, but we've basically got the calculations slightly wrong, and between me and the computer and everything, we've all got it slightly wrong. So we needed to add more weight in the bottom. So we put more weight in it, lowered it down, and it will make the vessel more and more stable. So
Brilliant.
what we're doing is in the next mid late November,
Yeah.
the vessel will be going back for sea trials. Well, late November, early December for sea trials. And so then we'll be testing out the new keel, and also there'll be an awful lot of new things internally. So by then we won't have that all installed, but we'll have all the weights of everything inside the vessel.
Yeah.
So everything's going to be weighted the right exactly as it will be for when it goes. We're also going to be having the electronics by then, which is being sorted by a company in Whitehaven. What
Yeah.
they're doing is they're trialing everything at the moment. Obviously, we've got so little power required, so high power needs and such little power available to generate. We're having to be very careful in the way that we work the power and use it. So they're working on that. So basically, give me a per day what I can use on of current, sorry.
And some of that
And
equipment is the equipment that you bought with
yeah,
our sponsorship money, isn't it? Is that
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're dead right. You're dead
Yeah.
right. So what we've got is you've got probably the most important thing to me is my AAS transponder. So what that does is that pings out every 30 seconds, and you can adjust it. I'm setting it for 30 seconds to tell I'm here, basically. So the big ships should see this little ping and notice us. But what we're also doing is, as with any kind of expedition or anything adventure, you need to have backups.
Yeah.
So what we've got is we've got one that pings out, and
Yeah.
we've also got one that receives.
Right.
So what we're going to do is we can't have them on together because they'll both be telling us that there's a ship very close to one another. So one's a backup if the transponder fails, so that we can receive. And then on the other side of that, what we've got is we've got the a fixed VHF in there as well. We've got a handheld VHF in there.
Yep.
Your sat phone, blah, 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 and it keeps going on. So we've got all these.
There won't be any room left for you in the boat by the time you finish with all of that kit. That's a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. As you saw when you got in, the vessel is eeny weeny. It's like sitting in a wheelie bin.
It is. So, that's exactly how it felt. Yeah. Not that I've sat in a wheelie bin before, but I can imagine it would be what it feels like.
You get everything in there, and you get less and less space the whole time. And also, we've got to be careful with weight as well.
Yeah.
So even the cabling, we're working on the lightest weight cabling that we can. There's just so much going into it to make it so that it's the best the boat can be.
What we might try and do then, when you're doing your next sea trials, we might try and come up and visit and bring a couple of people to have a look, because we should have some branding on, I think, by then if we get our act together. For our sponsorship.
Have you come up with the design for the sides yet?
We've got some ideas.
Brilliant.
We've got some ideas. So if we can get that organised, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Where are you doing your sea trials? Is that just going to be off the UK coast, or is that elsewhere? Yeah.
Coast of Florida. How do you fancy travelling down there?
That suits us. Well, we're going to Amsterdam as a team next month for a conference. Okay. So I was going to offer to, if you want to, I could have taken you across there to the Netherlands. You could have sailed back, perhaps.
Sailed back.
Probably against the wind.
Yeah.
Because you can only go with the wind, can't you?
We can only go downwind, effectively. Yeah. So if the wind's pointing that direction, up that way, I can only go off in those kind of directions.
In which case, probably the Netherlands isn't a good idea.
No, it's not a great one for this boat. No. And there's no way.
And you're managing to fit all of your work in, all on the work on the boat around your normal day job, and it's all moving
Don't tell the wife the day job's kind of finished.
I had a feeling it might. It's going to be pretty hectic. And you're expecting to set off still in May? Is that right?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's got to be May. So next May. Apologies if my daughter runs down. I apologise.
No problem.
I'm just going to say, Poppy. Sorry. Next May, everything's sorted out from that aspect. We've got the shipping sorted. So that was a big one.
Right.
So that was a huge one, because obviously energy costs, diesel costs, everything are just ballooning. And as I said to you on the day, it's gone up tenfold since we initially started looking at it three and a bit years ago. It's incredible, the costs. So we've sorted that out now. We've nailed the shipping company down, and they've agreed that that's what they'll do with. We've been going through everything of the Canadian Coast Guards as well, so that they've got a directive, and we don't really kind of fit into anything. It's bizarre. Because
and it's not that surprising, to be honest. Yeah.
So they're like, well, is it commercial? No. Is it pleasure? Yes. Is it under 6 meters? Yes. Does it need this? So the actual requirements from them, from what we're getting, are actually quite minimal. But that's kind of what we need as well. Because if they said you've got to have a 1-man or a 4-man life raft, it ain't going to fit.
Yeah.
So we're working with everyone at the moment, which is good. It's good. It's getting there.
Well done. Well, fantastic. So hopefully we'll see you in a few weeks at the sea trials. And if we can catch up again in a month or two, if not, you have another video update?
100%. We'll get you up there and do it. What we want to do is, obviously, I'm waiting. I emailed the people that I used for wrapping yesterday, and they haven't come back to me. So I'll chase that up in a minute. They're only a local company, and they do really, really amazing wrapping anyway. So we'll get the vessel wrapped up, and then I want to have the vessel wrapped before we do the sea trials, because that is going to then create another huge lot of publicity.
Great, lovely.
And we've got to have that on. We've got to have you on it as well. So,
brilliant. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks for your time this morning. Good luck with your boiler
as well. Have you seen some of the posts they've got?
Everything's looking great on that. Looking really good. And we're following. All of us are following you. So
brilliant.
good luck.
There's a lot of feedback. Also, we're getting Instagram, things like that, the followers are jumping up. We're only talking like a kind of I think they call it a nano influencer kind of level, but it's all going in the right direction. So
Brilliant.
yeah, it's good.
Well done. Right, see you in a few weeks. Good luck with
No
everything. Good luck
worries.
with your boiler.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I hope there's not much water out there. I might need a buoyancy aid or a life raft in there.
See you soon.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.